The Christmas Day eclipse. I don't think anybody's calling it that. You could call it that. Depends how you think about it, I suppose. We have an eclipse, a solar eclipse on December 26th, in the earliest hours of December 26th. If you're on the west, if you're in Western Europe, or if you're on the east coast of the US, it would be later on Christmas Day, the 25th. If you're a little bit farther to the west in the US or South America. So this eclipse is a very powerful eclipse for a couple of reasons. For one thing, it's at the very beginning of Capricorn, gives it a little bit of an extra little push because it's so close to the solstice. I don't know that that's such a thing, but it gives a little something. Of course, it's in Capricorn, where we're going to have our meetings of Pluto and Saturn and Jupiter and Ceres in just really a couple of weeks now. So there is a lot of intensity right around Capricorn. So it's another one of those preview types of things. We've gotten a lot of previews of the events of January, and this is kind of one of those preview of that, but it's its own thing. It's a very forward-leaning, progressive kind of eclipse because it is trine to Uranus and it is essentially conjunct Jupiter. It's not exact in either case, but in both cases, it is very much tied in there. The Sun trines Uranus on the 24th, and then goes ahead to meet with Jupiter on the 27th. And so the eclipse is sort of sandwiched in between these two meetings, and it ties them both together. Obviously, any meeting with Jupiter and Uranus, it will heat up the Jupiter-Uranus trine that we saw last week, and it will bring those types of issues. This was the big vote in the UK. This was the big impeachment thing in the US. It will bring a little extra intensity to those types of things. In our personal lives too, it adds extra intensity, but it pushes us forward, and that's kind of the theme of the week. You get pushed forward this week, or you set your intention to push forward as time goes on. It is a new moon solar eclipse, so it sort of has a little bit of a sense of being a more quiet time, a sort of a seeding time, as with any new moon. Did I say full moon before? It's a new moon solar eclipse. And as with any new moon, it is a seeding time, a time when you make your decision about where you want to go. And this is very much a kind of, where do I really want to go forward? Where do I need to go forward? It is a kicking out of that which isn't working for you and pushing your energy into that which does work for you. We say that a lot, though, don't we? That does seem to be kind of the thing. I mean, if I read one more Facebook post, or if I write one more Facebook post that says it's all about releasing that which no longer serves, you know, we say that stuff a lot, but it's true. It's true. But this eclipse pushes us more towards the things that we want to go to than simply releasing the things that don't serve. So it's a kind of whittle down, make a decision, where do you want to go kind of energy. It's not a it's not a subtle kind of thing, and I don't think it's going to take a very long time to manifest. As with any new moon, most of us would probably be better off waiting a couple of days before actually putting things into action. I mean, for a lot of us, it's going to be sort of holiday season, and whether you celebrate or whichever holiday you celebrate, not a lot of stuff gets done on a practical level in the last week or so of the year. So it's kind of a little bit of a rest time anyway, and it's good to rest, and it's good to sort of take it as a time to sort of step back. But when it comes time to move forward, there's a lot of energy. This sort of supercharged eclipse with Uranus and Jupiter involved. It's a supercharged eclipse, and it's an energy that you can use. It's at your disposal. So the week gets its start with the moon in Sag. That's a good feeling. It's very appropriate for the run up to Christmas time. If you're celebrating Christmas, it'll give that sort of nice feel to Christmas Eve. Then the moon goes into Capricorn for the 25th and the 26th, and that's midweek. We're looking at Wednesday, Thursday. There's a real sort of, it draws in a little bit. It is a more drawn in internal energy, a little bit more practical energy as well. Could be, if you've got stuff to do at that time, it could be that you really have to sort of work at it. And then coming forward from there, the moon goes into Aquarius and then goes into Pisces towards the end of the weekend, and good sociable kind of energy. So I mean, you know, it's the sort of week that ought to be, you know, pretty workable in many respects. On the 26th, on the 28th rather, Mercury goes into Capricorn, adding into that Capricornian stew. By the time we get to the 30th, we're going to have, so like, let's say the weekend, we have Mercury trine Uranus. This is a time of bright ideas, quick communication. Again, things that you're determined to do, things that you're determined to put into action, things that you feel, wow, I want to go forward with this, that you're beginning at the eclipse as quickly as the weekend, time to get it out there, put it out there. So you've got to do a little sorting through things earlier in the week, make your decisions about where you want to place your energy, and get ready to go. Get ready to zip forward. All kinds of things are going to be happening over the course of the next 6 weeks or so. It's just not a sort of calm kind of energy. And, you know, there may be, it's not like you can sort of plan and then just do what you plan to do and not have any interruptions, not get sidelined, not get sidetracked, and not have to deal with some unexpected curves in the road. Very likely you will have to deal with all of that. But the first thing you want to do is set your course and get moving towards it. And I will see you for next week's forecast, which will be it'll be stretching into 2020 already. So I will see you then. Bye-bye.